What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel on this happy Sunday. Before we begin, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff, and let's get into it. So this week, we are starring our team captain Franmalth the Sableye. That's right, another defensive mon, but it's a prankster mon. Yeah, let's just get into it, huh? So Sableye, so you can see, very middling stats. Alright, 50 HP, 75, it's its physical offensive stats, 65 with its special stats, and 50 in its speed. What makes Sableye so good and what intrigues me is this Prankster plus Rocky Helmet. So Prankster, if you don't know what Prankster is, it basically gives all status moves, so Thunder Waves, right, terrain setting moves, so like Rain Dance, Electric Terrain, what else is there, Hazard Setter, Stealth Rocks, right, it gives those status moves priority. So essentially, this 50 speed doesn't really matter if we can +1 our priority and fire off Will-O-Wisp, Encores, and restore our health or recover. It's defensive because we're going to pair it with Will-O-Wisp, which cripples physical attackers. So we're allowed to eat the hit, do chip damage with Rocky Helmet, and then recover off the damage with Recover. We can also knock off items for additional damage. And I don't know if I'll put this in. I gotta find the link. But what inspired me to do this set was that I got a sweep with a similar Sableye on Showdown on random battles. I don't know how the hell that happened, but I'm like, let me see if I can find some footage for that. So that's the hope. Other than being a defensive wall, we might get a Sableye sweep. I don't know. We'll see. Making a return, being our special defensive wall, if Franmalth is our physical defensive wall, is Hydra the Hydrapple, making a return. AV Regenerator, same exact moveset and spread. Fickle Beam, Giga Drain for HP, Earth Power for general coverage, and Terra Blast Fairy to hit other dragon types and hit anything that might be bad or might be bad against fairies. So, you know, same exact spread. Making a debut is Prince Pretty the Bruxish, Strong Jaw Bruxish, running that 92 speed, 105 attack. That is nothing to sneeze at. Paired with Strong Jaw would boost our biting base move, so that's why we have Psychic Fangs and Ice Fangs by 50%. So basically we'll set up a +2 with Swords Dance, making this effectively a 210 base, plus Life Orb, that's a 30% boost. And then we click Psychic Fangs or Ice Fang for their 50% boost, so that's about, what, 97.5 for Ice Fang, and I don't know, 127-ish for Psychic Fang. So that's a very, very powerful move. And Wave Crash is our emergency button, our nuke button, paired with Terra Water, just to destroy everything. This will one-shot a fully defensive Umbreon. I'm not even shitting you. You SD in front of that thing, Terra Water, Wave Crash, you full send it, you're gonna lose about 75% of your health plus Life Orb, so even more than 75%. But guess what? It will deal with the walls perfectly. Pecs don't want to come in on this Corvi. You send in the Wave Crash, right? It will outspeed Corvi. I think this outspeeds Dragonite without D-Dance as well, so you can always land those Ice Fangs. Bruxish is a sleeper mon. It is PU. I apologize, PU, but it's a very, very effective mon. When I was playing the meta in Gen 7 in Facebooks around gym leagues, Bruxish, if I couldn't run Mega Sharpedo, I ran Bruxish, and Bruxish destroyed things. Galvantulas, they got nuked because they thought, oh, I can just set up webs for free, you're going to switch. Thunderuses, they weren't expecting that. They Prankster Thunderuses were rain, right? I just clicked Ice Fang. It does a lot of damage, and that hopefully we can show that off in the videos. Making a return as well is Queasy Bake Oven, our special attacker. Nasty Plot, Overheat, Terra Blast Water, not Ice, Terra Blast Water, although that will be fantastic Bolt Beam coverage. Terra Water and Thunderbolt for general coverage there. Hits just about everything. You know, we do get walled by stuff like Miraidon, which you might think, oh, maybe you run Terra Ice instead. But I think with Terra Water, it pairs well with fire typing, so if we do run into like a rock type and we're in a corner, this does help us get out of it, and especially we don't take super effective damage from like a Stone Edge, right? Water, we take neutral damage, and that will help us as well. This also outspeeds Dragonite by 1. Why am I saying Dragonite a lot? Because I did record the set. We ran into a bunch of Dragonites. I'm also curious what else is here. Iron Valiant's 116 speed. No, we don't outspeed that. Garganacl, it Rotom, I think, 80 speed, not 85 speed, so it's even worse for Dragonite. Yeah, Rotom is deceptively quick, especially when we're pairing it with Timid, so I think we'll outspeed a bunch of stuff. Making a debut? I don't remember, I'll be honest with you. Debut is Emulsifier, the Iron Treads, running its Quark Drive, max HP, max speed set. It's meant to be a rock setter. You know, rock setter, EQ, do a lot of damage with that 112. Rapid spin to spin away hazards, and volt switch to get the hell out of there. I mean, you know, we've seen a lot of Miraidons, right, in our set so far. Honestly, we will take advantage of the Quark Drive, and it's going to boost our speed. 342. We outspeed, and we can knock up Miraidons. So that's why it's built this way. But it's also not meant to be a sweeper, so to speak. It's more meant to just be a chipper, get our hazard remover, you know, do some damage, get rocks up, switch initiatives. That's what he mostly is. It's basically offensive utility, but it is very tanky as well because Steel Ground's a great defensive typing. So we'll see how mostly does. My first time running it, obviously, because it's the first gen it's debuted in, but we'll see how it goes. And Tubby making a debut as well is our designated lead screen setter mon, 140 base HP. We're going to be making use of that. Setting up stealth rocks, set up screens, and de-gleam a bunch of things. So Ting Lu's, right, because, you know, shiny event, right, everyone's running Ting Lu nowadays at this point of recording. So it's a great counter for that despite having the Vessel of Ruin ability. Reflect and light screen gets up our screens. We can outspeed things at max speed, get up rocks so we can chip things down. It's honestly a very good hazard mon to get up. I know you can probably run this more efficiently with Calm Mind plus other moves, but I do think that I like that this thing has Alluring Voice. I do wish that this thing actually got Moonblast, because that would be really good. It gets Draining Kiss for HP recovery, but 85 is so low that Dazzling Gleam is the best move. Though Alluring Voice would be a secondary option as well. But yeah, Tubby is going to be our designated lead 9 times out of 10. But also Franmalth is also a great lead, even though it's designed to go second. Let's go to the team overview. That's the team in all of its glory. No Hydrapple Sprite yet, but yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This team made me nervous in recording. We have really good bulk in Hydrapple. We have really good utility in Franmalth. It's just bringing it all together that's very, very hard. I'm not really hinting at what our record is. I won't do that, but this is a very hard team to do. Like, when practice, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it falls off fast. So it does have some ability to survive the big offensive threats, but it's very, very limited in the defensive options. So we gotta be really careful with that. But I'll stop rambling here. Thank you guys again for watching, all the support. I will see you this week during the battles. Can we go 5-0? We'll see. But yeah, wish us the best of luck. Let us know down below how our team does, and of course, PokePaste is in the description. Thank you guys again for watching, all the support. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great work week. Bye bye for now.